Church, happy Sunday. The scripture for today is from Luke 24, and one of my favorite stories. That same day, Sunday, two of Jesus' disciples were walking on the road to Emmaus, a village about 7 miles from Jerusalem. And as they walked, they talked about all the things that were happening in those days. And who should approach but Jesus? But they were not given to recognize him at that time. He fell in beside them and said, "What are you discussing so intently?" And they stopped and looked sad and said, "Are you the only one who's a visitor in Jerusalem at this time? And you don't know what's been happening these few days?" And Jesus said, "Tell me." Well, Jesus of Nazareth, a powerful prophet, both in word and deed, in the eyes of God and all the people, has been taken by the high priests and the elders, crucified. We so hoped that he was the one who would free Israel. And besides this morning, several of our women were at the tomb before daybreak, and it was empty. When they came back, they said that they had seen a vision of angels telling them that Jesus was still alive. So a number from our assembly went also to the tomb and found it just as the women had said. The tomb was empty, but they did not find Jesus. Then Jesus said, "What little sense you have. How slow you are to believe all that the prophets have said about the Messiah. Didn't the Christ have to go through all this to enter into glory? Then, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, Jesus interpreted for them the passages that dealt with the Messiah. And as they approached Emmaus, it appeared that he would go on further. And so they entreated him eagerly, "Stay with us. As you can see, evening is approaching quickly." And so he did. He stayed with them. And then it happened. They sat down to eat, and he took the bread, and he blessed it, and he broke it, and he gave it to them. And in the breaking of the bread, their eyes were opened, and he vanished. They said, "Did not our hearts burn within us as he opened the scriptures to us?" And within the hour, they returned to Jerusalem. And when they got to their assembly, they were greeted with cries of, "Christ is risen! It is true! And he has appeared to Simon." And then these disciples recounted their story and told them how when Jesus broke the bread, that their eyes were opened. Hear, O church, what the Spirit is telling us. Thanks be to God.